This video was sponsored by Card Kingdom. You can visit their store by using my referral link in the description below. Interesting pick here. So I think Faithbound Judge, I mean, first of all, it's a mythic and I haven't gotten to play with it, so I think I would take it here anyway. But I think it might just be better than Rending Flame to begin with. Like, Rending Flame's great. One of the better uncommons in the set. But Faithbound Judge, you know, it's not. I mean, I think some people are overrating the card, but you know, I think some people think it's absolutely insane. But actually getting to turn it into an Aura Curse isn't that easy, and it takes forever to do a thing. So most of what you're paying for, though, is a 3-mana 4/4 that can block really effectively and then turns into a win condition just as a creature, and then it sort of has this late-game backup plan. But I think paying for that is a pretty good deal overall. It'd be interesting to see whether you would want Rending Flame once this format's over more than Faithbound Judge. It wouldn't shock me a ton if that turned out to be true, but we're taking the Judge. Interesting, okay. This pack is pretty stacked, so Aruth is also a pretty big bomb. It takes some work to make it get going. I think it's a little worse than I expected it to be. But it is quite good, but it's also a multicolored card. I may be better served by just taking something like a Braid here, which is great and not as unlikely that I play it. Yeah, I think I'd probably just take a Braid, which, you know, tells you that I think this card's not nearly as good as I had it as the number 10 bomb in the set, but it takes enough work. I'm trying to decide. Maybe I do just take it. It is still really good. You just have to end up in that color pair, and not an incredibly high chance of that happening. I mean, I don't think a Braid is that much worse, and it's easier to splash. I'll take a Braid in the end there. Okay, so here we've got a Spiked Ripsaw, which I think is quite good. I don't mind Wolfkin Outcast either. If you get a werewolf deck going, it's pretty spicy. Flame Blast Bolt is a nice removal spell. I'm kind of considering the Outcast. It's going to be funny if we don't play our Judge. It does require more setup. Like, if we are a green-white deck, it's not that likely to do its thing. So maybe I just take the Bolt here. Ripsaw is quite good too, but yeah, I'll take the Bolt. We'll do it. We could have had back-to-back Wolfkin Outcasts. We can also have back-to-back Flame Blast Bolts, though, and I don't hate that. I think that's where we go. Ooh, okay. So, probably take Child of the Pack. It is kind of looking like we're not going to play our Judge, which is funny. Child of the Pack is quite good. Makes me wish I'd taken those 2 werewolf guys that came just before, but it is what we're going to take here over Belligerent Guest. I think it's enough better that we want it there. I like Magma Pummeler. I also like Griffwing Cavalry and Heron of Hope. Do I think the Pummeler is better than Griffwing Cavalry? I'm not sure that I do. I don't think that I do, actually. I like the Cavalry a lot. The Pummeler just takes so much setup, so it is early to call something open, but seeing a red-green card that late, I mean, it's a decent chance that the people to our right aren't in red-green, at least. Yeah, we'll take the Cavalry here. Dormant Grove is interesting. I think it's probably the pick here. I mean, just the ability to put counters on stuff is really powerful, and then it can transform. Yeah. Decent green cards. I mean, Spore Crawler's here, but I think Dormant Grove is a better green card. I'm liking, you know, whichever deck we end up with is going to be pretty nice. Be a bit of a bummer if we don't play this, but like I said, I don't think it's like an incredible bomb. I think it's really good and better than most of the cards in the set, but it's not like an incredible bomb, you know. Though, so this pack doesn't have much of anything we want. I don't like the Beguiler. I don't really like Ceremonial Knife, but it might be better. I guess Nature's Embrace could give us fixing if we go wacky. It's not the worst plan. It's more likely to be useful than this other stuff. Okay, so good green card versus pretty good white card. Is the white card better than the green card? I mean, it's pretty good. Oh, there's also a Ridge Wolf, actually. I think we just take that. It's a great 2-drop, especially if we end up in red-green. And it's okay even if we're in red-white. Yeah, I'd rather have the Ridge Wolf. And we'll grab a Snarling Wolf here. Feels like wolves are pretty open. White's less open. I like Massive Might in an aggro deck. It's a nice trick. We'll grab an Heirloom just in case we decide to fix. It's unlikely, but it's gonna more likely it's better than Mulch. Come here. Yeah, we'll take a Blood Servitor, I guess. Okay. Okay, we got an interesting pack here. So Anya's really good, and we did pick up some fixing. It's not great fixing, and she's less good if you don't have a bunch of blood. I may just take Rending Flame here. Like, pack one, pick one, I think it would be Anya. But I think in this pack, we just take the Rending Flame, the great removal spell. Kills almost everything in the format. So I think it's probably what we take here over Anya. If I had, like, 2 Evolving Wilds or 1 Evolving Wilds, I think I'd consider Anya more, but we'll take the Rending Flame. Okay, well, we have a really powerful white card here in Welcoming Vampire. And the red and green in this pack isn't great. I think we'd probably take the Welcoming Vampire. Keep our eye on white, because that gives us 2 really powerful white cards. Again, I don't think either are quite bombs, but they're pretty close. So we can end up white-red, we can end up white-green. And I think maybe adding Welcoming Vampire to the mix... I mean, I think red-white is the most likely. Okay, now we have Arm the Cathars, which is really nice in the red aggro decks, white aggro decks. Decent green cards, but I think Arm the Cathars is better. I'm definitely leaning into red-white here. I'm glad this set doesn't have a common dual land cycle, because you'd be seeing even more bombs than we already are. So Blood Hypnotist is good, but you need enough blood that, yeah. I mean, I don't think that's what we want to do. Yeah, I think we want Arm the Cathars more than Sure Strike, yes. I think the first copy of Arm the Cathars is an amazing card. We're going to grab Valorous Stance here. It's a great removal spell. Kills all the really scary things and has a nice alternate mode. Seems like white's really flowing now. Okay, okay. So I don't want to second Arm the Cathars right here. I think I either want Voltaic Visionary or the Ancestor. I think the Visionary is a better choice for us. You know, it can draw us a card, but it's also just a 2-mana 3/1 with big, big upside. So I like it more than these other things. So it does look like white is super open coming from this side. It makes sense. We passed 2 really good green werewolves. So we're gonna look at changing things up here, and I think it's continuing to look like that's what we want to do. We grab Blood Petal Celebrant here. I do love Archghoul of Thraben. Such sweet value. Thank you for the follow, Tyun, and It's a Crazy Horse. So yeah, Blood Petal Celebrant is a great 2-drop. One of really the premier ones for aggro decks in this format. Whether you're red-green or red-white or red-black, it's a great 2-drop. Yeah, we got 2 very powerful white, a rare, one that's rare and one that's mythic, which is cool. I think I'd rather have Flame Blessed Bolt number 3 than Daybreak Combatants. I mean, we're kind of getting into overkill territory, maybe, since this does only kill smaller creatures. Yeah, okay. I'd probably grab the Combatants over it. The Combatants aren't great, but they're certainly playable. Oh, another Abrade. So we ended up with a ton of spells in this deck, which is interesting in terms of removal. Like we have 7 instants and sorceries right now. And we actually need way more creatures. We only have 7 creatures right now, so we're gonna want to be taking creatures pretty highly the rest of the way. I don't love Honeymoon Hearse, but it might be better than the Combatants. Probably not, though. Probably not. I like a Militia Rallier. My goodness. She's been meowing at me all morning. And it's because she wants attention, but she also doesn't want to sit in my lap and have me talk. She wants me to be quiet. You know how cats are. Rural Recruit's pretty good. Green does look pretty open from this side. So it's interesting to see the differences. I guess I'll take another Heirloom. I mean, there are some bombs that we could open that are crazy enough that we're like, maybe we do play that. I don't think we play Bloody Betrayal. Okay. Well, we've got plenty of removal. We don't need Fierce Retribution, but the other cards in this pack are not great for us. If you're blue, Geralt's pretty good. He's not really worth splashing, though. Like, he's not that kind of powerful. I think we'd probably take a creature here. Yeah, we have seen a lot of Laid to Rest. You're not wrong. I'm leaning towards Celebrants. I think it's better top curve than Pyre Spawn, for example. So, man, we're just not seeing good packs. Reckless Impulse is all right, but we have so many cards already. I mean, I think we just take Fearful Villager. Yeah, I think it... I mean, if we didn't already have so many spells, I'd be less interested. I think we take the Fearful Villager. We don't need Lacerate Flesh that badly. We need creatures, mostly. I do like Voldaren Epicure. We're not using the blood that effectively in this deck. So we could take one of these, but it's a pretty good 1-drop, and we could lower... Getting more of those is probably good. I like the Epicure here. These are both nice. One of them may be wheels. That'd be cool. Ooh, Panicked Bystander is pretty good. We're basically never going to flip it, but it's a 2-mana 2/2 with decent upside. How many wolves and werewolves do we have right now? We have 1. So Hungry Ridgewolf's not great in this deck. I think we'd probably grab the Bystander here. I think it's just going to have more upside. We're not going to be able to use its ability on the other side, its Death Touch ability. But I think it's still got more upside. Okay, well now there's a pretty good wolf. I think we probably take it over the Rallier. Even on its own, it pings for 1, and if we manage to pick up another couple of random wolves, it gets better. The Rallier's nice, but more 2-drops is good. And this is another, you know, werewolf. So that, I think we probably pick it up. It's good for our cards that care about that. And now Hungry Ridgewolf looks a lot better. However, we probably just want Distracting Geist. Its ability to tap stuff is just great. Then you can put it on other creatures late. I'm all about that. Yeah, Militia Rallier, Parish Blade Trainee, Shield Basher. These things are all fine. I probably want the 2-drop. We'll take a Lacerate Flesh here. I don't think we're playing it, but... So I don't think we're playing Pyre Spawn. We have so many cards that'll trigger this. Yeah, I mean, this deck could maybe have used some more tricks, but I think we have enough cheap removal that's just better than tricks 9 times out of 10, you know? So I think I'm okay with that. Okay. We can probably get away with 16 lands in this deck, although maybe we need to cut the Celebrants if that's what we're going to do. We'd have a lot of 3s. I think maybe I can get behind cutting those things. And I think if we want to add something else to the deck, it should probably be cheaper. We don't really have anything cheaper. So maybe we just go with 17. We'll probably just go with 17. I don't know. We have a lot, well, not a lot, but we have a significant amount of double white. If we go 8-8, not that much blood in the deck is the answer. I guess we put the combatants back in. Yeah. All right, I think 16's probably okay. I do wish we had fewer 3s, but that's all right. Okay, pretty good hand. We'll take Visionary, Welcoming Vampire, Fearful Villager to draw a card. Seems pretty good. Yeah, I'll play our Visionary here. Good chance it eats removal. But I think we would kind of be okay with it because of our Welcoming Vampire, So the question here is, our curve is pretty low, so the chances that we hit a card with this that we can play are pretty good. But just attacking with it is probably better on this board. Honestly, like if they want to trade their creature for it, I'm down. If they want to take 3, I'm also down. So, yeah. So I could hold on to my Welcoming Vampire here, be a little bit cautious. But if they don't kill it next turn, I can play Griffwing Cavalry and draw a card. That seems pretty good. Let's go for it. If they have a Braid or something like that here, it's about to be cast. But if they don't have it, we're about to be in business, I think. Doesn't look like they have it. They did transform their creature, but I'm not that alarmed about it. Especially because my Visionary can just block. So, yeah. So let's play Griffwing Cavalry here. They could have the Night Pack, the thing that kills our creature. Oh. That's not the one I was talking about, but they did get a thing that kills a creature. I get to draw a card, but... So that's good. Am I blocking? I don't think I am. I think we're taking 6 to the face here. Okay, Valor's stance is pretty nice here. I think we'll play our Ridgewolf first to draw the card. See what happens with that draw. Okay, so we drew another white. It does mean we can play Faithbound Judge, but it's not like the Judge is like crazy impressive on this board. It might just be better to play Militia Rallier. I could use Valorous Stance to kill one of them. I could also play the Villager, which would give this 3 power. And actually, yeah, these are going to untransform because I'll have double spelled. So that's good. In that case, maybe I do play Faithbound Judge. Yeah, we do. And you're a better blocker, I guess. So let's just attack with the other one. So I take 4 from the Hook Hand Mariner if it attacks me. I think I'm leaning towards trying to block the Stalker here, and if they have a trick, so be it. I mean, it's not like the Faithbound Judge is that great. I mean, it's good, don't get me wrong, but we even have value to get from it out of our graveyard, and we don't have a ton of time in this game to make it so it can start attacking. So yeah, we're going to block, see what happens. Good chance they have a trick or something like that. If it's Flame Blessed Bolt... Okay, there's the trick. Okay. Flame Blessed Bolt would have been worse in some ways, but better in others, weirdly. Mostly because... yeah. Mostly because... they would have used 2 cards, but then I wouldn't have this as a backup. So I think we play our Fearful Villager here and draw a card. So I can attack with these 2 and get training going. Honestly, I think we leave the Ridge Wolf back. It can block pretty effectively, the 3/3. Of course, so can my Militia Rallier. Yeah, so we'll just play Militia Rallier here. We're in good shape here, I think. They may force me into a ugly block here, but no, they don't. Okay. Well, I guess we play Distracting Geist first to draw a card. Then I think we play Valorous Stance to kill the big creature. See if they can stop that somehow. Well, that means we can swing out here. So we'll give this flying. And it will also untap itself. I don't think that saves them. Sure, we'll still give it flying. Yeah, I mean, if you play a Welcoming Vampire and your opponent never kills it, you're probably gonna win that game. Probably. Thank you for the sub, Trash Boat Gaming. All right, got a nice curve out here. Thank you for the support, Trash Boat Gaming. Glad you enjoy the YouTube content. All right, so let's bash for 1 here. Play our 2-drop. Then we'll have a choice for 3-drop. I think we attack with the wolf. If they want to trade and surveil, that's fine. If they take 2, that's fine as well. Seems like Menace is better when we have a Braid in our hand than the Militia Rallier will be, so... yeah. Well, we'll be abrading that for sure. Yeah, we take 3. So, abrade. Your Ballista Watcher. And then we're gonna sack this treasure at the end of their turn. That's such an obnoxious card. So, I think I attack with Fearful Villager alone here. Because if they decide to block it, I can just kill the farmer and it won't transform. Because of Menace. And I think that's what we do. I think we'd rather kill the farmer because we can't deal with that lifelink. Then we'll play Militia Rallier. And we'll take Visionary. Uh-oh. Well, we better draw our removal or good chance we lose this game. I guess we just take the 7 here. Does that let us push through lethal? I think the answer to that is no. I mean, maybe we could tap and find a removal spell for Olivia. She's going to bring back this. So there's going to be 12 damage coming our way, which is obviously lethal. 1 creature does untap, and we could block the 4/3 and take 8. Interesting. So I think we play our combatants here. We pump this. They have to block. I just have to really hope they don't have removal or anything like that. Of course, they have a Ballista Watcher. Three, 6, 8, 12. So they can just take all of this. And then I take 8. So I have to hope they don't have removal to have a chance here, but I think that's our only chance. I think that's our best chance and our only chance. And we will untap the Militia Rallier. Oh, wait. Did I just guarantee my death? I did. Yeah, I'm not sure we had a good attack there, but I guess the good attack would have been not attacking. So I think that does us in. Because they can get back exactly 10 power and kill us. Yeah, Olivia's hard to beat. I should have left back like the 2/2. I should have left 1 more creature back, in short. Maybe they're afraid I have a Braid. I wish that was true. Oh my gosh. They went with a more cautious attack. What do they have that they can do that? Okay. I need to draw something good, and that's not it. Yeah, they were okay, but they definitely should have gone harder there, I think. They're going to win, but doing what they did put them in a position where there were a lot of cards we could draw that could get us out of it. We just didn't get any of them. So, they get back Archghoul of Thraben this time. I'm dead. But maybe they'll be really cautious again. It gives us an out of sorts if they are. I should have played this because I could ping them for 1, which could matter. Yeah, I mean, we can even gain life here. Darn. They weren't as cautious this time. Yeah, so there's a menace creature who's lethal on its own. Yeah. Alright. Shouldn't have attacked the way I did. Not sure we could... I mean, we had to... Our best out was just being more cautious and then killing Olivia. Hoping we drew a way to kill Olivia. That was the plan there. But when the main character of the set comes down, it's hard to beat her. Unless you find removal. If you find removal, it resets everything, so... Yeah. So, today's stream will be ending early, because there's another college football game kicking off at 11 a.m. today. So, yeah. So, we'll be watching that one. Noon Eastern, that is. I'll be back tomorrow, though, and I'll stream an extra hour tomorrow to make up for it. And we'll continue with this deck and hopefully do better. Do like we did in our first game instead of our second game. So, have a good rest of your Saturday, everybody, and I'll see you. Okay, pretty good hand. Kill an early thing, play a 2-drop, play a 3-drop. So it's a little tempting to just fire off Flame Blessed Bolt here, but I don't think we're going to. I think we wait to see if they play something else. I mean, the Minister's definitely good and worth hitting, but... So... Yeah, I think we go ahead and hit the Minister. So what I could have done is left mana up and waited for them to equip the Bride's Gown, but that would mean I'm not adding to the board at all. And I kind of think we want to add to the board. Alright, so we're going to rumble here. Do I want to play Militia Rallier or Fearful Villager? So if their plan is to equip their creature, that does mean they're risking this transforming. I think I like that being something they have to worry about. Okay. Well, we had a nice start and our opponent had a bad one. Sometimes that's how Magic goes. Not really how you want it to go for either player's enjoyment, but it does happen. It's a funny thing, because variance is part of what makes Magic so fun, but extreme negative variance is very unfun. And, you know, depending on which side you're on, really positive variance, you know, somebody drawing every card they exactly need can also be really unfun. Yeah, this is a draft from yesterday's on, guy. You are correct. Right, pretty good. We got lots of 2-drops. I mean, we do need to draw a 3rd land, but we will. We have a nice early start either way. So yeah. Looks like opponent mulled to 5, which is rough. At least they're on the draw, I guess. Yep, they mulled to 5. I think I'd probably lead with the Celebrant just because it's the better attacker. Like, it's more likely that our opponent can't stop it. Drawing white here would be great, because if Faithbound Judge gets down early, it can be pretty monstrous. Does it exploit itself? I was going to say, I kind of don't think so. Okay. So let's attack with our Celebrant here. So the question is whether I just want to play Fearful Villager or a 2-drop and a 1-drop. I think I'm more interested in the Villager, especially with Flame Blessed Bolt in my hand, which will open up another attack. We can double spell next turn if we want to. Yeah, the Judge is a pretty sweet card. For sure. So far in this draft, we, like, traded it. And that's, like, what it did. So there's a good chance that they've got removal waiting for us here, but... yeah, I think we attack either way. Okay, so Chill of the Grave, actually not too bad of news. Attack with our Celebrant again. Then I think we play... This is when stuff dies, right? Yeah. So let's play Panicked Bystander. Well, there, an Epicure. You know, I'm trying to decide if I'd rather hold on to this land to have it to pitch. Because, like, finding a Plains would be really good, but I think we probably play the land still. But not least of all because of Flame Blessed Bolt. You know, since I started doing chat on my phone, it's also a lot easier to ban people from chat on my phone than it was on the computer. Okay, so do I just want to bolt this thing? That's the question, isn't it? I kind of think it seems like a pretty nice plan. I think I'm going to do it. So they could have counter magic here, their own kill spell. There's a few things they could have, but... I think they probably are going to kill something here. Yeah, that's an annoying thing to kill too, because they get to gain back life, which is not something we like in this deck. Alright, so we'll just let our wolf transform here. Leave up blood in our other bolt. Good chance they play something too big to be bolted here, but... yeah, that's too big to be bolted. At least on its own. If they can exploit it right away, that's going to be pretty bad news, but we do still have a 4-3, although it would shrink. It would go back down to a 2-3 menace on our turn, so... okay. Ooh, that's pretty pretty spicy. Okay, so we're going to play Daybreak Combatants here and see what happens. Use it to pump our Bystander and swing out. Oh, you can swing too. Because you have haste. So they crack in for 9 there. And I can finish off the egg here. I think I probably do want to do that. It is going to untransform our werewolf, but it's probably okay. Wow, they conceded like right when the daytime animation was happening, and it looked really weird. Looked really weird. It would be nice to get to go off with our judge at some point, but winning is good. I mean, the one game we did play it mattered because it was a big creature in a situation where we needed one, and we won the game after it traded. So I can't complain too much, but what you really want to do is have it turn into Sarah Angel. And then I guess what you really want to do is use the win condition part of the card, but man, it's pretty rough to rely on making that work. This is a nice hand, you know, apart from the one land situation. Okay, so I think we can keep this. We really need to draw red, obviously enough. I guess Fearful Villager is what I want to get rid of. We've had some good luck so far, so... an early Traveling Minister. Red mana? Aha! Okay. So do I still want to play Bystander? I don't think so. I mean, I think the Celebrant's just going to be the best attacker here. Although if I play Ridge Wolf, I can play Runebound Wolf next turn, and this will be a 3-2. Okay. I like that, I guess. So right now, I can block this thing and make them discard a card effectively. Oh my god. It's a pretty spicy start, because it blinks itself, right? Yeah. So it's not like our creature would die or anything. Do I still want to play the wolf, or do I just want to play a 3-3 here? I think just using all my mana is a good call. We'll just throw out the Militia Rallier. And yeah, I think end our turn for now. These things are good. We could have used one or two. We could have used a Traveling Minister. I probably passed one at some point. Yeah, that journal, I can blow it up with a Braid, which is nice. They're going to draw a card with it before I can, but I can blow it up. That much is true. So I think we're going to attack this turn. Yeah, so let's do that. If their whole plan is to trade, I don't think we're too upset about that. Then I think we probably play Bystander Epicure, which I guess I should have played the Bystander first in case we wanted to gain life, but... And we would have gained 1 life. So... Destroying the journal is tempting. I don't know that I have a straight-up favorite color. I do have color combinations I really like Simic, Azorius, and blue-green, or blue-red, which I guess maybe means blue's my favorite because it's in all 3, but yeah. So I could have Braid the journal. I keep coming back to that. I don't think we do. I mean, if they weren't already going to get a card out of it, I'd be more likely to do it. I think we just play Bystander Epicure here. So they're going to use their journal. Maybe drawn cards. Man, I was kind of hoping I could, like, leave up a braid here and play my wolf. But it doesn't look like that's doable. I think we just play our wolf, and we may end up using our blood. I mean, we could, I guess. No, it's not worth it. So yeah, let's play this wolf. Stack with everything. So the thing about leaving up a braid is I could have dealt with a trick or something at least, but... yeah, the extra cards they drew will help them use Fleeting Spirit, that's for sure. I guess maybe just playing the Geist this turn would have been the spiciest thing. Because it would make it a lot harder for them to block going forward. So they can also sack it and draw another card. So the Journal is going to have netted them a bunch. Maybe just abrading it was best, but I don't feel, honestly, like we're under that much pressure. Despite all the cards they've drawn. So the question here is, do I want to use my blood? I don't think so. I think every card in our hand is very useful on this board. So what do they have? They have 2 cards in their graveyard now. So that's cool. Well, I think we swing out, use a braid if we have to. Yeah, I don't think we use a braid on that. So that Griff Rider is going to get bigger, but not so much so that I feel like I need to kill it now. I think we just play our Geist here because it will pressure them a lot in terms of them needing to have blockers. So using the Minister is a real pain for them, for example. They are at 3 cards in the graveyard now, so they can give this first strike, but because I have a braid, that doesn't seem like a huge deal to me. I mean, yeah, I don't see any world where I don't just take this, because it's not like there's anything they can do to kill us, so... So maybe they're going to Wrath here. A Wrath would be annoying. Let's hope they don't have a Wrath. I do at least still have 1 creature in my hand. Okay. Well, that means we win, because we can just Valorous Stance it and it goes away. It doesn't damage anything. I guess we don't win on the spot, huh? Because we can only do 2, 4, 7, 8, 3, 5, 6, 8, 10. We can only do 10, but that's plenty. Especially because I think we just go ahead and abrade the Fleeting Spirit here. So they could save it here if they want to. They don't. So they have to find a way to do 12, which seems like a pretty big ask here. Yeah, they're a less aggressive version of Boros than us overall, I'd say, because of Investigator's Journal. I mean, maybe not. Do they have a way to survive? It just seems so unlikely. Especially with the Geist in play. We don't have the mana to disturb the Geist, so I guess if they can kill the Geist and, like, play 2 creatures, there's a chance. Alright. Yeah, I mean, they would have needed a board wipe. Or, yeah, I mean, like, playing 2, like, 1-drops and something that kills the Geist is theoretically possible. A couple of Old Aaron Epicures, but yeah. It's pretty unlikely. It's true. They flooded out pretty hard, I think, because they drew so many extra cards off of that journal, and it just didn't matter. I mean, you know, it is. Their downside is kind of what we saw. You're not adding to your board because you're using your journal, and we were building our board rapidly. So, okay, we get Faithbound Judge down on turn 3 in this hand, which seems pretty spicy. Okay, so there's an interesting choice here. I could play the trainee and then the combatants next turn to trainer trainee. That's actually like a more aggressive start than playing the judge on turn 3 would be, but the judge on turn 3 will start doing stuff pretty quickly. So it's an interesting decision here for a turn 2 decision. I think we play the bystander. I think I am just going to play the judge next turn. If they leave mana up, I won't. I'll take a different approach, but... Uh-oh. Now it feels like maybe a more aggressive approach would have been better, but... So yeah, let's play the judge here. Basically say, well, if you can't do something about this, it's going to be a problem for you in a few turns. Yeah, Zan guys, this will probably be Tuesday's draft video, just so you know when it happens. I'm usually happy with 5 wins. 4 is, like, reasonable. So... playing combatants here doesn't seem too bad. It's not great. Maybe just Parish Blade Trainee. So, this is about to do its thing, and by its thing, I mean it will become an anthem. I think we go ahead and abrade Heron of Hope here before it gets too big, and then... attack with our bystander. They can double block it if they want to. That's a pretty good play against our judge. Just bounce it to our hand. Yeah, that's not good. That is not good. Well, I think we replay the judge. Take 4 there. Not looking great for us. This thing is pretty beastly. especially when you play it early like they did. In the later part of the game, it can be a little less impressive, just because it's kind of slow, but like if you're behind late and you play that, it's probably not going to help you that much. Okay. Guess we'll play this Militia Rallier. Decent chance it gets countered. So we're in trouble here. Obviously. I think we just take 8. Alright, so play this Militia Rallier. So, I'm going to block here. I'm going to block there. I'm going to block there. Actually, I'm getting another Throng is a pretty big pain, but yeah. So we're pretty much dead. A lot of things kill us here. Lots of things blow us out on our blocks as well. We got a 1. We do kill some things, and we gain back a little bit of life. But they do just get another Throng. Which of those does it feel more necessary? Okay. They have way too much going on over there now. So I think we'll bolt that. We do get to attack with our judge, and we may as well so that we can enjoy it. But yeah, lethal gets through no matter what we do. Maybe they'll freak out or something, but... Oh, okay. Well, now it definitely gets through. You know, I'm sure if you were watching this on YouTube and I was talking about how Faithbound Judge isn't a bomb, I'm sure a lot of people thought I was crazy, but it's really not. It is good. So just 2 Throngs is enough to play them. 4 or 5 is where you really feel like you're there. I think just 2 is enough, especially in an exploit deck. I guess if you're in like a random deck, maybe 2's not enough, but yeah. Pretty good hand. We do have a bunch of our more expensive cards, so, you know, but the probability that we draw cheaper cards and or our remaining lands is pretty good. It's a pretty good probability. We did it. Alright, so let's play our Ridge Wolf. Fearful Villager might be the next play next turn, but it also might not be, so let's keep that in mind. Okay. I could kill her with Valorous Stance, but that really, really doesn't seem worth it to me. Yeah. So let's attack with our wolf here. And then we'll play Militia Rallier. Cisco. Throng does sound similar. See you later, buddy. What I would really like to draw is like our Flame Blessed Bolt at this point. It would be pretty good. So this can't attack on its own. The reason the Bolt would be good is because we could play it, attack and play it to get rid of Dorothea. I mean, it would be a 2-for-1, so maybe that's not great. But yeah. Her ability is annoying. We do have ways to kill most of the things she might put it on. So that's good, I guess. That part's good. Between our Abrade and our Stance. Ooh. Probably going to have to Abrade that thing, because it gets a little bit out of hand if you don't. Yeah. So let's go ahead and Abrade it. I could attack first. There's virtually no way they block, but there's no reason for me not to attack first. Like, if they want to chump, I think we're cool with it. If they don't want to chump, I think we're cool with that, too. So. Then I think we probably Abrade and play our trainee. Okay. We could give our creature indestructible here. Interesting. Is it worth it? I don't think so. Alright, then... You know, we can maybe... just play our cavalry here. Hold off on abrading that thing. But the mana's a problem. I think we have to just do it. And then also play the trainee. Thank you for the follow, Gossanak and Zulkarnine. That's an annoying card, but can't really block or anything. So, so I like that part. Yeah, so let's go to combat here. We could have a bounce here. Yeah, they do. And it's a pretty nice one, unfortunately. So we have kind of a free attack here. I guess I'll just take it. If they block, I mean, there's a risk we have a trick. So that, yeah, I was gonna say, they probably don't block. Let's play the cavalry here. So, again, we have a way to kill most scary things that we might encounter here. So, that Storm Chaser Drake is pretty annoying here. But I guess I think we just trade our Griffwing Cavalry for it and live with it. We can leave up all kinds of removal and stuff if, you know, that's what we want to do. I don't think we give it flying. Okay, so it's annoying they drew a card. However, I think using Rending Flame here is worth it. That's a pretty big flyer. And it's one that doesn't die to Valorous Stance, notably. Villager or Geist? Probably Geist. Opens up more possibilities for attacks. So, yeah, if they put Dorothea's thingamajig on Heron Blessed Guys, that's not going to be good for us. We don't have a whole lot of removal left that can deal with that thing. Stance doesn't do it. Right, so they can sack a blood token here just to gain life pretty much if they want to. They decided not to. Okay. Well, I guess maybe I just double spell here. Not looking great for us, though. I mean, they have the ability to gain a bunch of life, for one thing. And for another... yeah. You know, if we held onto our 3/3 and made our creature indestructible, right now that's looking like that would have been a pretty good course of action, but... Alright. So we're going to need to find an answer for that, and soon, or we're going to get run over. So we take 8 here, or 7, rather. I can kill the token at some point. But yeah... So, we can try to race here. Might just be our best bet to race. I don't think it's a race we have a very good chance of winning, but... Attack with these 3. Give the Geist flying. And tap down their 2/3. I mean, do I need to go harder? I could go harder, but then they swing back at me for 7/8. I guess it's only 10. I guess going harder makes sense. I can use this ability, though, it's worth remembering. That'll do 2 more damage on its own. And that's the same amount of damage that we'll get through here. Yeah. So let's attack with 3. We'll tap down 2/3. So they take 6 here. This is going to be a close call at the end. Because I still basically would get through for the same amount of damage, I thought it made sense to leave this back. I mean, I guess there's a chance we don't get through for that damage. If I have to use Valorous Stance or something like that, but... They'll be at 5 when we untap, plus whatever life they gain, most likely anyway, so... If this is this big on our turn, it's also going to train both of them, which is going to be big. They have a bunch of mana, though, so... I'm sure... that, yeah. Okay, just attacking... Ah, darn it. So they're going to gain life off of that. The question is whether I think it's worth blocking it with Perish Blade Trainee. So I can put the Trainee's counters on things, so I think it probably is worth it. So either they just bounce off each other or our opponent kills our creature. Okay. And then we put the counters on our cavalry anyway, which will still give us pretty much lethal, unless they kill our stuff. Oh, the life gain, though. Okay, so actually, I guess we'll let this resolve. Then do we kill it? Oh, we can't do it that way. Shoot. So they're going to gain 4 life, go up to 11. It's going to be hard for me to swing for lethal because of lifelink. Yeah, okay. So, guess we'll put the counter. Guess putting it here actually makes sense. It gives me something to train. Like, even if it untransforms, I'll be able to train. Okay, they can't gain life with that yet. They can, however, block with it. Alright, so let's use this ability. Can we do lethal here? It's 3, 5, 7, 9. You know, it's really unfortunate that they have... Oh, wait, this is going to train. I think we might get there. Alright, so let's Valorous Stance their guest. And then we swing out. So we're going to swing for 10 here if they have nothing they can do about it. And 10's enough for us to win. So it's going to come down to whether they can save their creature or bounce one of ours or kill one of ours. That's what it comes down to here. Looks pretty unlikely. All right. So we'll swing out here. Tap down their Minister. Give our Geist flying, I guess. That was a close one. But we managed to get there. We are 5. Are we 5 and 2 or 5 and 1, chat? I think we're 5 and 2. We're about to see. Yeah. That was our 5th win. We have 2 losses. So you guys in chat are talking about what's better or what's worse between this and Crimson Vow. And it's a little early, but, I mean, they have different strengths. This set has a rare problem, in that there's too many really good rares and mythics. And Vow, or Midnight Hunt had a problem of imbalance, and I think the colors are more balanced overall in this deck, in this format. I don't love this hand. However, it's pretty close here. We really need to draw red mana if we're going to be happy. But that, you know, if you have one thing you need to draw in an opening hand, that does usually mean it's keepable, especially if it's one thing you have a lot of. It's just because going down cards is so bad. I think we keep this, but it's close. Our opponent mulled, which is a little helpful. So we drew another Plains. It's like the one thing we really don't want to draw. I guess we don't want to draw more red cards, too. I guess that's true. Aha! We did it. So if we bolt that, they don't get anything back, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Do I bolt it? I don't think so. I think I'd rather do it in response to an exploit card than prevent 2 damage. Well, guess it doesn't matter a ton. Now that I think about it. I probably should have bolted it, and we're going to do it now. They can counter it if they want to, but I think we're kind of okay with that being what happens here. So if you're missing even just one thing you should never keep, I mean, that's closer to being true in Constructed, but in Limited, your mana bases and everything are so bad that if you're missing only one thing is kind of the better deal. It is interesting here. I could play a Combatants and just, like, Rumble, attack with it right away. There's a decent chance they have counter magic, but yeah. Okay, maybe they don't. So it'll be able to attack next turn because of our Combatants, assuming they let us cast them, that is. Ooh, another red mana here would be spicy. Okay. Well, we didn't get it, but I think that's probably okay. The reason I would want another is because I could kill this and then also play the Combatants, but I think just playing the Combatants, using them to pump the Rallier, and attack is pretty good here. I'd be perfectly happy if they took 7, so... Okay. I see. Well, that's a problem, because now our Flame Blessed Bolt doesn't do anything to it. We can kill it once it transforms with Valorous Stance. That's the sort of upside, I guess. Ooh, okay. Well, I think we play our Judge here, and in the turn. We can even give it Indestructible, which, at this stage of the game when our opponent has 2 cards, doing that isn't a terrible plan. It's a little worse in a world where our opponent has Desperate Farmer in play. That could transform at any moment, but... Yeah, no, we're going to make this Indestructible. We're going to do it. They're out of gas, sort of. I mean, with blood, you have a little more gas than it looks like you do, usually. So I think we play... You need to attack with something. So that's probably not awesome, actually. Play the Epicure here. And I may cash in this second Combatants. I don't know. Probably not, though. I think we just end the turn here. We do have more removal that can deal with the Farmer. We just need to find it. What's funny is, like, the Judge is good here and all, but they have a 2/5, and that makes it substantially worse. It does hold their board back in a way that we wouldn't be able to if we'd let them kill it. So, I really could use more red mana, frankly. So I don't think I want to pitch this. Maybe I'm wrong, but... I think we play it. Now that we have double red, I think every land we draw for the rest of the game, we'd be happy to pitch. Yeah, so we just enter a turn again here. This will be able to attack next turn, and I could use the bolt to finish off the Scob, and then the Scob won't actually die. Ooh. Probably going to transform their farmer here. Sack the Stitched Assistant to itself. I could bolt it before they can. Well, I don't hate that plan. So now they have to give up their Scob if they want to transform their creature. Yeah, so that works for me. Making them make that decision works for me. Great draw. Really great draw. Because now we can go ahead and abrade the farmer. Then we play that. What gets me through for more damage here? I guess going the Militia Rallier route does. Well, actually, this will make us do 6. Yeah. Yeah, that's not really a reason to attack with anything else here. Not yet, anyway. They have more stuff going on right now than we do in terms of their hand. So they can get back Grisly Ritual here. Oh, they decided not to. They just wanted the body. Great draw. We're drawing very well here. We definitely kill Skywarp Scob here. And I think we go ahead and just attack with both of those. I mean, I could even swing out here. You know, that's not a bad plan. We'll swing out. Untap our Rallier. They might have the 1 black mana thing again. No. Okay. It's looking pretty good for us overall. We finally got to see our judge getting, get going. Nice. We drew so well, just drawing a Braid, Rending, Flame back to back. That really put things in our favor. If we hadn't done that, our opponent would have had way more time to like actually get back the Grisly removal spell thing. But because of what we did, we were in really good place. Yeah, Exploit and the Decayed Zombie tokens are really good. It's going to be interesting to see how that goes in the double feature format, where it's both these sets. It is curated, so it's not literally all the cards from both sets, so they may nerf. They may take away some of the more powerful things that the decks had, but right now it looks like that's only going to be in paper, but it seems weird if that's true. But I guess they do that sometimes. Pretty good hand. The only thing that would make it better is a turn 1 Epicure. But that's just greedy. That's just being greedy. Probably lead with the Celebrant. Is just such a better attacker. Even, you know, even though this will be a Trampler in turn 3, the Celebrant's just so much better at attacking that I'm more interested in playing it. Really, it's only 10 cards? That's going to be a massive set then. Like an old school core set. Alright, so we're going to swing. Try to play Fearful Villager here. It may get syncopated, but you know. Such is life. Okay, like that. Having a nice fast start here. It's a little less fast now. You can't block, right? Right. Okay, so I think we go ahead and just play Combatants and swing here. Lets us leave up our bolt, but still get in for a ton of damage there. Ooh, she's a problem. Okay, drawing another Abrade makes the idea of going Abrade Flame Blessed Bolt on her a lot more appealing. But I kind of would rather... I think I'm just going to attack, see how they block. Yeah, I think that's the plan here. We're going to kill it one way or another. If they block our first striker, we're going to be really happy. There's a good chance they don't block at all. And go to 8 here. Okay, so they don't block our first striker, but I do still get to get rid of Aruth before things get crazy. Yeah. Blocking the first striker would have been really great, but you can't have it all, you know? Then we play a Ridge Wolf. And then we have 2 Abrades to back us up. I will be streaming next Sunday. Hanukkah doesn't technically start until nightfall. So... And I don't observe it as like a straight up day of rest anyway. Yeah. So let's Abrade the blocker here. Attack for 4. Play something else with 3 toughness. Oh, man. Okay. You know, that card's not very good, but right here... That's a great draw, because it's going to allow us... You don't have reach, dude. No. It's going to allow us to do some things in the air. We are at 11. We've just taken, like, several hits from that Blood Hypnotist. So, that's a lot less life than it felt like I had. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna Abrade the 3/3. Then attack with both of those. Give the Celebrant flying. Ooh, I should have played my planes first. Hopefully it doesn't come up, but it could. Yeah. Okay, can they kill us here? That's what it comes down to. Or can they kill our Griffwing Cavalry? Although, yeah. So they can drop us to 5 here. That doesn't really put us in range of anything. We're just going to take it. So they have to have something to kill our cavalry. Or that can block our cavalry. Lava Axe is secretly in the set. They just fire it off on us here. Wouldn't that be fun? Just boom. Lava Axe. Okay. So you can only block flyers. Awkwardly enough. Well, I think we probably swing out here and hope for the best. So do I want to give anything flying here? I guess yes is probably the answer. So right now, this is the only thing that can block that. But then I will have created two things. I guess I only needed to attack with two things here. If I was being conservative, that's probably what I should have done. Because if I only attack with two things... Yeah. There's not really a reason for me to give anything flying. In this case. Because no matter what, they can block one thing with that and one thing with this. So we're going to decline, which lets us play our Visionary and our Bolt if we need to. Although, if they block with that, I can bolt it. Interesting. Yeah, no, we're not going to give flying to anything. Removal or bounce means we lose. Okay, they don't have it. They definitely made me sweat there just to make me swing out. Was that our 7th win? Did we actually get to 7 wins with this thing? I think we might have.